day. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Good morning. I can get too many of these where I'm up this early. Well, you might. My sleep schedule is just what it is. I go to bed when I'm tired and I wake up when I'm not tired anymore. I've been removing some of my meds, and because of it, I have more energy. But I'm going to have to be careful where I put that energy. All right, I'm not done sharing. I added Instagram on today. This just seems to get bigger and bigger, which is not necessarily a good thing. All right. Today we're talking about complacency. Complacency. I don't think that, let's see. I can't see what I'm typing. All right, I'm done sharing. There we are. Back to here. All right, good morning. How long that take me? 2 minutes. It's not bad. It's not bad. Usually takes 2 or 3 minutes for people to get here. Good morning, Leisure on Instagram. Good to see you. I'm off restriction. I was off restriction on Saturday, but I just forgot that I do Instagram also. I just kind of forgot. I forgot. We had a really good, I thought we had a pretty good podcast yesterday. I had my friend Pastor Marsha on, and we talked about spirituality. I think it turned out pretty well. We did everything that we could not to cross that religion line, and I think we did a pretty good job. There were a couple times it was me more than her. I'm this curious person, and I like to know what other people think. But we talked, she thinks of a higher power just like I do, and I think it's great because then we have more commonality, and that creates more brotherhood in what we do, and it's pretty cool. So spoke with another friend yesterday, kind of lit a fire under my ass, gave me some direction on I just not put enough effort into finding the house. God tends to give me gifts, and so I was kind of sitting back waiting for the perfection of God to happen. But I think I'm going to have to bring out my sales skills and start working on that. So, welcome to Daily Trudge. My name is Dion. It's my name. If you're here, please say hello, whether you're watching the live or the rewatch. Today we're going to be in the Big Book, page 85. I'm sorry if your comments are not posting. I don't know what the fuck is going on. I really don't. The comments have been crap. I don't know why. I'm sorry. If you're on YouTube, if you're not on the app, well, it's not posting, so it's working, but it's not posting. And I bet I can go to the Daily Trudge here and see the comments. Yeah, it says one watching. If I go here, and then I can just pause it. Good morning. It was an awesome podcast. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. That way, at least I can see now I can see your comments. And so I'll go back every now and again and look. Right. That's not the right one. Where'd it go? Okay. Let's get started. Yeah, it was a good podcast, but there again, there was a bunch of comments that didn't make it. So what am I paying for? So it's time to get a hold of Restream again, and they're gonna say, well, it's Facebook's fault, and I'm gonna say, well, it's not working for Restream or for YouTube. Oh, okay, well, yeah, it'll be something. Or do I go, or do I do something better with my time than argue with Restream? If I argue with Restream, then I'm going to get a free month out of it. I guarantee it. How do you think I keep this afloat? It just... No, Amber, I don't think that's it. I think you're close, and I appreciate the joke. But I'm going to tell you, I'm doing some very, very good things in this world, and there's a force out there that doesn't want me to do it. And that's where I will keep it. It's the devil. It's the devil. He doesn't want me to do this. He doesn't want me to make it. He doesn't want me telling you the fucking truth. And I'm making a difference. Yeah. So, that's what I think. Anyway, lest we become complacent, let's look up complacent. All right. Complacent. Just like God works through his children or through people, so is the devil. Weird. Complacency. It's not in here. It's not in here. Oh, wow. Okay. Making me look like an idiot and unprepared and everything. Where's my phone? Can't find my phone. Where did I put my phone? So I can look up complacency. Oh, I'm using it for Instagram. Kadoink. Oh, funny, Google. Complacency. I did not spell that correct. The feeling of quiet pleasure or security, often while aware of the potential danger. So almost like ignorance, denial. Okay, so that's what complacent means. It means that you're comfortable while there is danger happening. What's the danger for us? Well, the danger is alcohol. Because what does it say back here? Remember that we deal with alcohol, cunning, baffling, and powerful. And I'm add patient onto that. Without help, it is too much for us. Yeah, it's too much for me. I couldn't do it. A feeling of smug or uncritical satisfaction. Thank you, Scott. The figures are better, but there are no grounds for complacency. Yeah. So this thought brings us step 10. God, that was a really good leeway, Dion. Thanks. You're welcome. Good job. I just claimed spiritual progress. I'm in a good mood, so you're going to get a weird Dion. So, all right. This thought brings us step 10, but at least it's not an angry Dion today. So, thought brings us step 10, which suggests we continue to take personal inventory and set right any new mistakes as we go along. Now, it doesn't say you're going to be perfect and you're never going to make another amend again. It doesn't say that. You're gonna. But just like I was talking to somebody yesterday about the fact that, I'm not going to make any moves for some things to where I need to make an amend. See, things can be done the right way. There's a right way to do things. We vigorously commenced this way of living as we cleaned up the past. Vigorously means a lot. I'm not even going to bother looking it up in that dictionary because I doubt it's in there. We have entered the world of the spirit. Our next function is to grow in understanding and effectiveness. So it even gives us our next function in step 10 is to grow in understanding and effectiveness. So we're going to grow. I found the best way to learn, and this is for me, is to teach. If I teach, then I have to go out and get the information. I have to experience because I cannot transmit something I do not have. That includes peace, balance, and love. Yeah, proper spiritual maintenance. That's a great way to put it, Scott. Yeah. Um, let's go over here and see if anybody over here said anything. No, Amber is still kind of quiet. Um, Amber's trying on there also, and it isn't working. Yeah, this is fucking bullshit that my chat is not working. So I am going to get a hold of Restream today and see what's going on. Continue to watch for selfishness, dishonesty, resentment, and fear when these crop up, not if they crop up. We discuss them with someone immediately and make amends if we've harmed someone. Then we resolutely turn our thoughts to someone we can help. Love and tolerance of others is our code. Quite often, it continues to talk about that the answer is to help another alcoholic. What it never, ever, ever says in here is go write a gratitude list. Okay, I know I bring this up, but I hear it all the time. Okay, the worst thing that you can do in self-pity and depression, how would I know this? Because I've been depressed most of my life, is to think of you. It's the worst thing to do. When you write that gratitude list, what you're doing is you're using up whatever excitement you're going to have for the day for something that doesn't totally exist. Because gratitude's no good without action. Gratitude's no good without action. Okay, gratitude is not action in and of itself. Okay, gratitude is from an action. It's a dividend. So go earn your gratitude. Earn your gratitude. Do not falsely be grateful for crap. Just help with someone, alcoholic or not. Yes, I will go for that. Although I will help an alcoholic first, God usually decides it anyway. You know, so help someone. Yeah. Somebody's going towards the door, run up there and open it. Who gives a fuck how they look? Don't expect a thank you. Just be nice. Just be nice. When I go somewhere and get something, I don't care what it is. I thank the cashier. I look them in the eye and I say, thank you for being here today. I appreciate it. And I fucking mean it. I mean it. Do it. Just do it. I don't care if they were rude to me. I don't care. Right? What do they say? Kill them with kindness. Yeah, I don't know about that. It's kind of weak. Kindness is weak. I'm not kind. I'm good. You were just okay. I'm just making sure that because I don't want people. You come here, you hang out, and then you can't chat, and it's bullshit. And we have ceased fighting anything or anyone, even alcohol. Okay, now just get rid of it. When I think of this, alcohol is not the problem anymore. So just replace, and we have ceased fighting anything or anyone, you know, because by this time sanity will have returned. Something scary about becoming sane. Yeah. I was scared of step 10. I was really scared of step 10. All the other steps, I just, I saw why. I got why. I knew it sucked. But step 10 scared the fuck out of me because I didn't know that I wanted to be sane. It meant a lot of extra work. It meant that I was going to have to look at my PTSD. It meant that I was going to have to look at my anxiety and my depression and these other things going on. Well, it says that I have to grow. My next function is understanding and effectiveness. Well, that means that there's some other things that I might need to face. Okay? And you can't fight them. I fought it. I fought my PTSD and I lost. I lost in a big way. I didn't lose everything, but I lost Dion again for quite some time. I know who I was. It was a very confusing time. Still confuses the fuck out of me. But God got me through it. AA got me through it. The Fellowship of Alcoholics Anonymous, my wife, my children, my mom, my therapist, a lot of people. Okay, it took a tribe to get me better. It took a tribe. And it takes a tribe to keep me this way. It does. Strength is on the other side of fear. You bet it is. Yeah. Sometimes you can even get strength on before you go too, if you ask God for it. He'll give it to you. You just got to ask. We tend to forget. But if you don't ask, you ain't going to get, right? God, give me the strength to walk through this. Then you walk through it and you find out that then you find that unsuspecting inner strength that you had all along. All along. I'm going to check for, okay. We will seldom be interested in liquor. If tempted, we recoil from a hot flame. We react sanely and normally, and we find that this has happened automatically. This is what we call the definition of recovered. That's what recovered means. It means you get to use your brain again. Okay. I do not go to my brain for answers. No. Mm-mm. It's still out to kill me. No, there's a process. I start in my tummy. That's where I start my questions. Because my intuition is going to kill off a lot of bullshit first. My brain will just take it. It'll be like, oh, that's bullshit, but we're going to work with it because it's here. And that's my job. I'm going to go and work through this bullshit. But if I ask my tummy, it's going to say, yeah, no. Then it can go to my heart. Well, what's in my heart? Well, God's in my heart, and that's where I can let go of half the bullshit that's going on. And then it can go to my head, and then I can work with it because now I'm down to causes and conditions. And now I'm feeding my brain the right information so that it can do its actual job. Think through things. Think. That's my process. And we'll find that it has happened automatically. Gabe, no, it really hasn't happened automatically. It just feels that way because it's like the Karate Kid. See, you've been learning things that you didn't know about yet, like delayed gratification. You've been learning delayed gratification since the day you walked in the door. But once you know and you're aware of it, oh, then it becomes something useful. Right? Yeah. So it didn't happen automatically. It's just one day you realized it. But it took you months of practice to get there. All those times you said the serenity prayer, all those times you said, God, I need some help. It went towards this right here. It went towards your 10th step. And we will see that our new attitude toward liquor has been given us without any thought or effort on our part. It just comes. That's the miracle of it. It says it right there. That's the miracle of it. Right? We are not fighting it, neither are we avoiding temptation. Now, see, all of this can feel really, really good. It can feel so good that it can make you feel like you made it. Yeah. It'll make you feel like you made it. This is a dangerous area. 10th step's a relapse step. There's a couple of things. Just like I said, I was scared to be sane. And a lot of people are not willing to make that. There's plenty of people. You'll go to meetings and you'll hear these people. They've done steps. They've been in the program for years and years and years. But what they refuse to do is this part. They refuse to become recovered. Well, if you refuse to become recovered, what will happen is you will have to continue to do 4 steps if you want to continue on the program. But the maintenance and the conscious contact with God will never happen. There's a spiritual experience and a conscious contact with God. A conscious. I'm aware of God 100% of the time. He is much of a fact as you and I. Right? And here it is. Okay, now what do we say complacency was? Because here's the definition. We feel we have been placed in a position of neutrality, safe and protected. Oh no. Oh no. Because what did we say complacency was? What was it? The feeling of quiet pleasure or security. Oops. That isn't necessarily a good thing. Because what happens, okay, and anybody joining, chat is just isn't working, and I am sorry. I'm so sorry. I am looking at other things to see if you're saying anything because, the place behind you is for rent. You should let me know about it, Amber. Get me the information. I'm looking for places to rent right now. It's part of what I'm doing. And that would be nothing. And you know, it'd be really cool. You would be our neighbor and you wouldn't have a problem with it. There's my alarm. Stop. Okay. It says I could say stop, but it doesn't. Okay. We have not even sworn off. Instead, the problem has been removed. It does not exist for us. We are neither cocky nor are we afraid. That is our experience. Here's the key. This is the key. That is how we react so long as we keep in fit spiritual condition. Now we got to go back. We've entered the world of the spirit. Our next function is to grow in understanding and effectiveness. There we are. There we are. Okay. As long as you continue to grow in understanding and effectiveness, then this position of neutrality, safe and protected, is fine. Okay. God doesn't create safe spaces. I used to think that, but no, not even here's a safe space. No, there is no such thing as a safe space. Well, there is, but it belongs to you. It's kind of like happiness. Only you can provide it. For the most part, don't get into particulars with me on that today. Thank you. It is easy to let up on the spiritual program and action rest on our laurels. It is. Okay, you want to know what the easiest thing to do in AA is? To let up on the spiritual program. It is the easiest because of the comfort. Our brains. I know we're sane and we're recovered, but your brain wants you dead. And if you say, oh, it's time to take comfort, let's bring out the carpet slippers. That's the little boy whistling in the dark. Yeah. And I know this to be fact because I did it. I did it. Yeah. It's one thing that I failed to do the first time I got sober. Admit that I was sane. I didn't do the maintenance steps. I didn't continue. Okay. A lot of things added to that. Fuck, I was a drug and alcohol counselor before I was even legal age to drink. I won prevention awards from the governor. I'm a pretty cool motherfucker when I'm doing the right thing. But when I'm drinking, I'm the total opposite. I will destroy communities and laugh. I will laugh and enjoy it. Yeah, I know. That's fucked up. You want to know why? Because if your life was worse than mine, then I was not an alcoholic. Whew, we are headed for trouble if we do, for alcohol is a subtle foe. Subtle means quiet. You're not going to hear from it. It's not going to say anything to you. It's going to wait and wait and wait and wait till the perfect time when you have no mental defense against the first drink, and it's going to slap you across the fucking face. Yep, that's what'll happen. Okay. Well, if you're not in fit spiritual condition, what's going to happen? Probably, you're probably going to emotionally relapse. You may not drink, but you will emotionally relapse. We are not cured of alcoholism. And here's the key to everything right here. This is the key to all of it, because this is all we get. And it is a grace. It is a grace, which is the biggest gift in the world. So every night I go to bed a recovered alcoholic, and I wake up a hopeless, helpless, chronic drunk. Yeah, I believe that. Now, do I have to start everything over? No. I'm a little ahead of the game, like Dr. Bob would say. See, I take out insurance. How do I do that? I help other alcoholics constantly, all day. It's my actual job. I'm the richest person I know. Okay. And I got $7 in my bank account. Okay? My account. My wife's is probably different. I think it's probably got $10. Here we are. What we have is a daily reprieve. And it's contingent on something. It's contingent on the maintenance of our spiritual condition. What am I going to do today to make the world a better place? That's the actual question. Every day. Dion, what are you going to do today to make the world a better place? Now, that might consist of several different things. It might mean that I'm going to get a hold of Adams County, ask me where detox is. Actually, I did that the other day. Still haven't heard back. All right. Might consist of a lot of different things. Now I have plans, like I go to meetings and things like that, but I don't plan my days ever. I do not sit down and say, okay, this is what we're doing. No, I do what God asks me to do all day long. All day. It's weird. Living, yes. Leisure said this is why living in the moment is important. Living in the moment is the most important thing ever. I don't see it on Zillow, but they've had the sign in. Yeah, that if it's not on Zillow, that's actually a good thing. You need to call Great and get a hold of. Oh, yes. So Amber says, and I gotta read this. She said, "You reminded me. I need to call Grapevine again. They're hard to get a hold of. Haha, it's like there's a bunch of drunks running it or something." This is why we miss chat. This is why we need chat. It breaks up the monotony of what I'm doing. That's what chat's all about. That's why you will listen to me for more than 12 minutes, because I bring in the chat. I repeat what you say, and it disrupts it for a second. And now I got your attention back, especially if I say something you said. That's how I keep your attention. I'm not trying to hide anything. So, right. So we have a daily reprieve contingent on the maintenance of our spiritual condition. Who does the maintenance? Me. If I do not maintain my sobriety, I cannot keep my precious gifts. I can't. No, I'll lose it all, in fact. Every day is a day when we must carry the vision of God's will into all of our activities. How can I best serve thee? Thy will, not mine, be done. These are thoughts which must go with us constantly. We can exercise our willpower along this line all we wish. Excuse me, it is the proper use of the will. I was just watching this video, and it's this couple, they go around and and clean up yards that have been by houses that have been abandoned and stuff. And they saw this guy sitting in one of the yards, and they were having a discussion. And the lady's like, "Well, I'm a little scared. I'm a little fear. We should get out of here. Should we call the police?" And he's like, "Well, what if he's ODing, or what if something else is going on?" And then the lady kind of got over her fear. God entered. God, please take away this fear, right? Because if there's a fear, then there's a challenge. And instead, what they did is they ended up talking to the man, and he helped them for the day. So instead of this man going to jail, they gave him something to do. Then they hired him. God is going to put things in your life, okay? Whenever there is somebody that enters your life and there is something going on, it is because God has chosen you to help his child, and it is the biggest gift in the world. And if you ignore that gift, the consequences are severe and dire. I will tell you that. If I haven't thanked you yet today for being here, Dion, you're welcome. Thanks for being here, man. Like I said, it's a wee thing, but thank you. I appreciate that. I really do. I'm working real hard on being the person that I'm supposed to be because, um, like I said earlier, it kind of scares me. It kind of scares me. Um, so I'm moving into this like new era of my life. So, all right. When I'm in pain, it is easy to stay close to friends, I have found in the program. It's when it goes good that things get fucked. Yeah. Oh, we'll stay. I'll stay sober through death and sickness and but it gets 90 degrees. It's Friday and the Eagles come on. I'm in trouble. It's happened to me before. I'm in trouble. Those are it. Excitement fucks alcoholics more than pain. Okay. I'll give you an example. COVID. All the alcoholics got excited that they got to stay home and drink. That's what happened. That's why people relapsed. They didn't relapse because it was hard. They relapsed because they were excited that they were going to get away with something. That's why they relapsed. Well, let's be honest about it. Because you thought, see, getting away with something is a rush. It gives you endorphins. It's part of alcoholism. Yeah, Eagles. I'm not an Eagles fan. Like take it to the limit. Oh, they're drinking songs, man. Like Life in the Fast Lane. I got the top down on the BMW. Oh yeah, it's time to drink. Maybe it's a different band for you, right? Relief from pain is provided in the solutions contained in the AA's 12 steps. But when I'm feeling good and things are going well, I can become complacent. Yeah, that's when it happens. Okay. I tell you, if you get complacent, God will disrupt your life. Yeah. Yeah. To put it simply, I become lazy and turn into the problem instead of the solution. I need to get into action to take stock. Where am I and where am I going? A daily inventory will tell me what I must change to regain spiritual balance. Admitting what I find within myself to God and to another human being keeps me honest and humble. And what is that? You know, accountability kept you sober in the first place. Don't stop being accountable. Don't ever stop. In fact, as you are in this program, the longer you're in this program, the more accountable you should be because the closer you are to the next drink. We got to start doing the cart before the horse, right? All right. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Even though chat sucks ass, I'm going to ream them. I'm going to ream them. I'm going to get so angry. That's not gonna. I'm just gonna say, hey, what the fuck? What now? What now? Why am I having to contact you now? All right, I'll be nice to him because, you know, when you go to somebody and it isn't their fault, be nice to them. Just be nice. They don't. I went through this whole thing with quantum fiber. I finally got to a person. I'll just put it this way: I was replacing 2 pods and 12 pieces of equipment, 3 shipments, 3 texts, and 15 phone calls later, they charged me $628. Right? So I call them. They're like, oh, we're going to go ahead and reverse that charge. They don't do it. They didn't do it. Right? Now they got to send a check. But I called and somebody that spoke English was on the phone. So I didn't yell at him because I was finally like, wow, okay, I can finally get somewhere. I hate to say it, but if I can't understand you, it's hard, man. But yeah, I try and be patient, tolerant with everybody. I went to stop by Popeyes a couple months ago, and I said I wanted a sandwich plain, and it wasn't on the thing because I looked, and I went up and I said, "Did you get that plain?" She looked at the screen, came back and said, "Yes." I believed her. Went to the church. It wasn't that way. And I get pissed with that stuff. So I go back after the meeting, and I've already eaten because I'm not going to wait. I go back. I'm like, can you please replace this sandwich? You told me it was plain. It wasn't. And I got an attitude from these people, like I was inconveniencing them. But I continued to stay nice. And the other customers noticed. They said, man, you are being very nice about this. I'm like, who is it to me to disrupt somebody else's day? See, it turned out I didn't go back there and do that because of the employees. I went back because the customers need to see what it was like to handle these situations. And they said, that's pretty cool of you. I did not eat that sandwich. They spit in it. I'm not stupid. I didn't eat the damn sandwich. I threw it away when I walked out. Wasn't the point. All right. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I appreciate it. I love you. Peace out and have a day. Bye bye.